Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. We're here today doing another episode.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. We're not redoing this.
No, I gotta redo it. Hold on, hold on,
This is
hold
the
on.
Yappin podcast, episode 31. We took a little bit of a break. I don't know why
Sorry,
she's
guys.
laughing. We took a little bit of a break. We really had just nothing to talk about last Friday. Like we were sitting there thinking, and the last episode that we actually recorded. I mean, it was not our best. In my opinion, it wasn't our best. That's why I named it. That's why we named it. This is our worst episode yet. How you feel?
Good. Happy.
We actually got something to talk about.
Yeah.
For once.
We got a few topics.
I am 7. What time is it? 7 hours into my 12-hour fast. Feeling good. Feeling good. Went on a 3.1 mile run. What are you spacing off into?
I'm just listening to you.
Sorry. I was like, what do you? So yeah, have you ever done a fast? What's the longest you've gone?
Probably from morning to probably 1 o'clock, at work, sometimes we don't have time to stop and sit down and eat just because our job is so go type thing.
8 hours,
So
9 hours around there.
I would go in probably 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, a 6 hours, 7 hour fast. Yeah. Then usually about that time, I'd usually, grab something to eat or head to the car and eat my food or something like that. But yeah, I've never had a full day. It's pretty hard. I think maybe on my days off it would be easy, or easier.
During a work shift, it'd be harder in my opinion because you're burning more calories. You actually need to fuel your body because your body breaks down that food as energy and it fuels the rest of your body,
The thing about work, though, that makes it easier is that you're not thinking about food. You are hungry, but you just keep drinking water or you drink energy drink or a coffee or something. And you got to keep going because then you start thinking, okay, if I stop and take an hour break now or a 45-minute break or a 30-minute break, it's just going to set me behind. When you work our type of job, you have to go.
So 100%. Right now with the being slow season, I do think about food because I do milk it a lot.
Yeah, you just sit in your truck.
So that's why but yeah, when it's like this.
Yourself.
Huh?
You're just exposing yourself to everyone.
Oh, everyone knows it. I mean, no one from work is watching this right now.
Yeah.
But
How do you
during
know?
the fast season, for sure, I'm go, not thinking about food. You don't have time, unless you want to work morning till night.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's my second time. I just kind of wanted. I don't really have a deep reason, spiritual reason for doing this. I'm not Muslim or anything. I'm not doing this for Ramadan. I guess I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. I have a race coming up. So the first time I did it, I remember towards the end, it got really tough because you're just sitting around and you're craving. Your cravings are getting pretty big, I'm starting to daydream about chicken. I'm starting to, when I look at Andrea, all I see is, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I'm going to not say that joke because.
Of course he would.
But I'm feeling good right now. I got a coffee to kind of fill me over. And I'm the race, which you're doing too. Your first 5K. I've been trying to get you to do this because I know you can do it. It's not hard. It really isn't. It's your first 5K, and it's in less than 2 weeks. Are you ready? How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not there to try to be top 5 or anything. I'm just trying to complete it.
Wouldn't that be crazy if you got top 5?
To me,
I'm Andrea, I didn't know you had that in you. You did a 15-minute 5K.
To me, it's just about finishing it. That it's just me versus me. I'm not really in competition with these other people. I don't really care if other people finish before me because people will finish before me. You know what I mean? It's just getting it done and doing it. I would say I don't think I can run the whole thing, but I could definitely jog for quite a bit.
I think you can run the whole thing.
Yeah, maybe if it's a light jog.
You don't. Do you get like? Obviously, everyone gets adrenaline, but some people get different amounts, right? Like, I guess the last time you've been in like a competitive scene like that, it's probably been like high school,
That's the
right?
thing, though. I don't see this as competitive. Like, it doesn't. It's not fueling me. Like, it's not
Really?
getting me like pumped. Like, oh, I want to be the first one to win. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So you're just doing this
not
strictly for
like
yourself.
right. Not like other sports where like it's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking ball out. Like basketball or like baseball
Mm.
or something like that brings out my competitiveness, like really out.
I think
But
it, I think yeah. I think most people are like that
I
where
think it's because it's something I enjoy. I don't really enjoy running.
you're trying to achieve this mission, not a mission, but you're trying to achieve this and get your time and challenge yourself, but it's not like a direct competition with anyone else. But
Right,
I think that
right.
like my competitiveness, and I think it drives me. Like I use it for fuel, you know? Like I
Mhm.
know like I'm not in a race with anyone. Like I could go slow if I want, but I don't know. I think I just use it to go faster and use it to pump adrenaline into my system.
That's good.
But I don't know where I was going with that. What were we just talking about?
Just the race. You asked me
Oh,
if
I
I.
do want to ask you, in case anyone, we haven't really talked about this in a minute, but your challenge,
Mhm.
like you started this feels like 3 months ago. It wasn't
Yeah.
that long ago, but and we talked about it. We haven't talked about it in depth, but you're
5.
55 days in.
20 days left to go.
You're on third base now. You're now on third base. You're getting your stance to lead off to go home. Like I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Um, has it gotten easier or harder? And then
Ooh, good question.
like, are you like, do you visualize? Do you manifest seeing that, like, see the finish line? Do you look at it as like a race? Do you like, or is it just like, I don't know. For me, like I overthink things, and like to push myself, I like imagine that like in a documentary right now about myself, and like
You're romanticizing your
yeah.
life.
I
Yeah.
don't think of it as just like it's just working out. Like
Yeah,
well, what
yeah.
are you doing to like? Because there's hard days, you know. Like what do you do to really get in that mindset, or do you not have to get into a different mindset to like motivate yourself?
Well, I'll answer your first question. And was, is it getting harder or easier or what?
For anyone that doesn't know, explain what the challenge is.
Okay, so I'm doing 75 hard, 75 days of 10 pages of reading, a gallon of water, two 45-minute workouts. What am I missing? A daily progress picture,
No
and
alcohol,
no alcohol
no
at
cheat
all,
meals.
and no cheat meals. Yeah, you stick to your diet plan. And so,
And before you go on, like for some people, that's like probably not hard, but with our work, and then also like kind of the lifestyle that
that we live,
we
yeah, or we
we
were
used to
used
eat out
to,
a lot. Like it's pretty normal. It used to be pretty normal for us to like eat out a lot and
especially on
like
the weekend.
drink a
Like,
lot of alcohol.
yeah,
So like this is kind of a whole shift for you,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. For my diet, like I chose to be in a caloric deficit. That's like my diet, so I could still eat whatever I choose as long as I stay under that calorie deficit. I'm just not in a calorie surplus anymore, obviously. Um, and then yeah, 10 pages of reading of a nonfiction book. So you just let it self-explanatory. But anyways, is it getting harder or easier? Low key harder. I think at the beginning it was kind of like, it's kind of like up and down. Like I don't know how to explain it. In the beginning it was easy because I had like this motivation, and
Mm-hmm.
this like big like, oh, like let's go and tackle this, you know what I mean? But then after like, I would say like after 2 weeks, it kind of starts to die down and reality starts to set in, and you're just kind of like, fuck, like I still got like 40 days to go, 50 days to go. This is tough. Like, can I really do this? Like, you kind of start to second guess yourself. There's gonna be days where you're really fucking tired because of work or whatever, and you're like, I don't want to fucking do this. And then recently I got sick. That was really hard. I was like, I didn't want to work out. I wanted to sleep. I didn't even want to go to work. I wanted to sleep. I wanted to just take a shower and curl up and go to bed. But you just gotta find ways to manage through. And I mean, luckily I have Jaden. Jaden's been a big supporter.
Ooh. Oh.
Bruh, a big supporter. What? And he helps me a lot too. And like, not just in motivating me, but also like being like, like, Jaden, can you go ahead and like get dinner started or do this for me while I do this real quick or whatever it is, like, or just taking care of some errands so that I can have time to do certain things for the challenge. But it's an up and down, I would say. Like some days it's easier, some days it's harder.
But I
Depends
bet like
on the schedule and like your life and kind of just how you wake up, honestly, mentally and all
but like
that.
actually seeing progress is like that reminder to keep going, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I step on that scale, you see the numbers go down, or like you look in the mirror and you see that belly coming down. You know what I mean? Your skin starts to clear up. You're losing the double chin. You know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, like, or you go, to places and like especially my family, they say like, dang, like you look like you've been losing weight, like what you've been doing, or like stuff like that. Like that is motivating. It's like, okay, obviously I'm doing something right here. So it feels good, it feels nice, and you just gotta stick to it. And it's gonna suck at times because you will have to make sacrifices, but you have to look at the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Just kind of like sometimes you sacrifice like working overtime and, maybe you're not spending as much time with your family or kids, but it's going to pay off when you get that fucking fat ass paycheck and you're able to take your family out on a nice dinner or a nice vacation or fun excursions or whatever it is. So you just got to think of it like that. Like the payout is going to be better than what you put in.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the second question, what was your second question?
I guess, yeah, like, do you think about this whole challenge in like at like a third person perspective? Like you're in your own you're in your own movie right now, like a documentary about yourself, and like do you have to put yourself in a like almost like a different mindset just to get these workouts done, or like do you visualize our vacation or visualize like? Because for me, if I'm doing something hard, I have to like almost put myself in like an alter ego mindset.
Yeah.
Where I don't know. Do you have anything like that, or you just kind of like do it? You don't like overthink it.
I try not to overthink it. I try to just do like 1, 2, 3, let's go, like kind of mentality. Or
like the days when you were sick and it was extra extra hard. Like, what did you do? Did you do anything up here mentally to like? You just kind of like had that voice in your head. I was like, I gotta keep going.
One thing that I think about is, for me, I value my time to be able to just rot on the couch and like just lay there. I really value that. Okay, so
did you just say rot?
But so now I know it's just like being a couch potato. I love it. I absolutely love it. Anybody who says anything different, I don't give a fuck. I love it. Okay, and so when I was sick, it was like, okay, like, let's just do this, because the sooner I get this done, the sooner I can eat dinner, take a shower, and just start relaxing and take my medicine and just either take a nap or go to bed or whatever it is. And that's what kind of motivates you, that's kind of an incentive for me. Like, okay, the quicker I do this and get this shit out of the way, the quicker I can just pretty much relax for the night and not have to worry about still working out or just getting any other shit done. So the quicker you do things, the sooner you can have more time to relax and do your own thing.
So like you don't. So
but from like seeing myself from like a third person view, I think when I look back at the challenge, I see it that way. But when I'm like while I'm doing the challenge, I don't really like look at myself like from a third person view. But I do have like the vacation does motivate me a lot, and just like how I'm gonna feel.
I think everyone motivates themselves differently.
For me, it's like the vacation, summertime is like really motivating me right now. And just like this whole year, you know what I mean? Like by the end of the year, like I want to be in a completely different space than I was when I first started, which I'm already at a different space right now. So I can only imagine by the end of the year. So that'll be a fun journey.
100%. You're really putting in that work. You're really putting in that work lately. You said day 55.
Yeah, today.
Day 55. I think those are both my questions though, right? Yeah, like the
Yeah.
first one's getting harder or easier,
Yeah. But I would
and
say, yeah,
then
it's like a roller coaster. It's sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's easy. Like today, like, okay, like yesterday. Yesterday was easy, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I got that shit done. Like, my actual workouts, they be hard. Like, I ran a 5K yesterday, and then I weightlifted after. Like, that shit was hard. I was sweating hella. I was red.
yeah.
Like, it was hard, but I got through it. But then, like, like today is like, easier, like just getting it done. But then, like, the other days where I was like sick or I'm just so tired, or when I have a lot on my plate, like a lot of errands to run, or
It's
that
crazy
that can
because
get overwhelming.
you're putting yourself through this for future results, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of life is like that. Like you do a lot of
Yeah.
things, you do a lot of things today for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So you're constantly, when you work out, you don't see results at the same time.
Oh
It
no.
comes later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same with eating healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Over
then like
time.
you work hard during the week so you can rest in the weekend. So it's like
Yeah.
everything is
For the
about
future.
future like
Setting yourself
rest,
up.
yeah, setting yourself up.
Yeah. I will
Um,
say that I think this challenge has really like um really taught me to set myself up for the next day, like the night before,
mm,
preparing your lunch, preparing your outfit, preparing in your I don't really need to write down like my schedule or anything. So I just
yeah.
kind of like mentally in my head just kind of do my schedule. Okay, like I'm going to wake up, go to work, come home, cook dinner, work out, do this, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like preparing yourself in your head and then setting yourself up, make sure you have all your clothes laid out, everything charged, your lunch ready to go, so that way in the morning you wake up and you already are one step ahead because you just have to boom, 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 knock the domino down and it's all just going to fall down. Easy.
I used to like when I was younger, like music would be the only thing that would motivate me. But as I'm getting older, I've realized like now like music doesn't really do the trick for me anymore. Maybe because I haven't found because you got to find new music, that really inspires you, motivates you. But lately, it's not been doing the trick. It's just up here, just
Mm-hmm.
telling myself it's all mental, So,
Yeah.
but I notice you don't listen to music either when you train.
Oh, sometimes when I do cardio, I don't listen to music. The last few times though that I've been running, I have. I listen to a Cancun club playlist. So it's like EDM music and like remix, So
Yeah,
it's like like it's going upbeat and then like
yeah.
the beat drops and shit. Like
I've
makes
never
you
been able to work out with
like
EDM music.
yeah, that shit is
I guess
it's
cardio it
fire.
might work,
Like
but
to me, I just think like I'm in a club in Mexico, like or like in a pool party in Mexico, and like you're partying,
yeah,
your body is bodying, and like your body is tea. Like that's what I'm trying to like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it brings out like these emotions, and you're just
yeah.
like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna run
So you
faster. Like,
visualize the future self.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
So
But like when I run, yeah. But sometimes I watch a lot of YouTube or like Netflix while I work out, except when I'm lifting. Unless I'm
yeah,
lifting here at home because I have some weights. But if I'm lifting at the gym, yeah, I listen to music because I can't watch a YouTube video.
yeah. So should we talk about anything else with the five or anything else about your challenge you wanted to
No,
let the
I
people
mean,
know?
yeah, I mean probably at the end I'll probably reveal some more stuff. But I think for now this will
Ooh,
be
reveal to
yeah.
me
Well,
or I already
to
know.
everybody, no, you already know. It's just like more to the story of like challenges that
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
encountered while doing the challenge.
Would you? Well, yeah. We'll get really into it after you finish.
Yeah,
But
but
or do
for
you have
now,
any
I
other
just
challenges in mind to do in the future? Or like, would you do this again? Or
yeah, I definitely want to do some other challenges. I think I want
is
to
the
do the juicing one for a week, where
oh
for 7 days straight you just drink like you drink juices, so it's like smoothies and like I don't know how else to put it. It's just literally juice. But it's healthy juice, like you make it at home, with like vegetables and fruit and stuff. And that's all you drink all day. It's supposed to be like a detox of your body, you know what I mean? And like you don't eat no food because your intestines are supposed to get time to
Mm.
like pause, and like really process that food that you have in there and get it out. And so a lot of people have lost like 15 pounds just in a week doing that. So like I'm not expecting to lose like I don't like try to compare myself too much to people because everybody's body is different and
Yeah.
things are different for everybody, but I'm interested in that one. I have to learn a little more about it,
Would you do
but
the 365-day hard?
no.
1 year, imagine.
No.
A
But
full
definitely
year.
after this challenge, I'm definitely going to continue doing a lot of these
So you
things.
wouldn't do the 75-day hard again?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, I think I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, we'll see how much weight you end up losing. But if
Yeah.
you end up losing like a lot of weight from it, like why not do it again? It
Yeah.
obviously worked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're proud of
I
you.
I just probably
Keep
wouldn't.
going. You got this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and transition some actual sports to talk about. What should we talk about first?
Well, your Phillies.
Oh shit! Yeah, I do got a Philly jersey on. Yeah. Still haven't really been paying a lot of attention. I don't know if does that make me a fake fan.
I think it makes
So
you a
big
sad
news:
fan.
our superstar Embiid ruled out for the year.
Surprise, surprise. Not really a
Now,
surprise.
yeah, as a fan, I don't even know how to feel, man. I don't know how to feel because I think they did it because we weren't going anywhere this year.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense to like rest him. Don't let it get worse. Just rest him for the year. I don't think we're ever going to get to the point. And people have said this where I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where he's going to be 100%. I think it's literally
Yeah.
impossible.
Damn.
So, and it's sometimes this shit's just bad luck. You can't tell me that like he's getting all these injuries and Jokic, who's probably heavier. I was just watching a Nuggets game today, and he looks like considerably heavier. I don't know if it's just I haven't seen him play in a while, but he looks like he put on some weight from last year.
Yeah.
That dude's got to be in the 300s.
A lot of people is just
So it's like
genetics too.
I don't know. I don't know if he has bad doctors or what, but yeah. You got any questions for me about
I
everything?
mean, I think it could also be like genetics. Like it doesn't really mean that they have bad doctors or whatever. It's just like some people are just really injury fucking prone. They're literally made of glass, and it's really annoying and frustrating as a fan because you're like, then why the fuck do we have you, or like why are we paying you? But it's also like if you don't,
So
yeah, go ahead.
so we just re-signed him to a huge contract last year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 5 or 6 year contract. So
Damn.
it's gonna be hard to move off of him. We just obviously signed Paul George for a massive contract that no other team wanted to pay.
Damn.
I think that the NBA, just the NBA as a collective, is starting to realize that like big threes don't work anymore. It worked for Miami in the early 2000s, but we're seeing it. We're seeing it. Like teams are still trying to form a big three. I think what you should be doing is you can have one, preferably two superstars, and just build around them. You don't need to have as many superstars as possible. Like the Suns, the Suns
Yeah.
are fucked too, and they're a big three.
Yeah.
So it just sucks because we can't really do. We can't. I don't think we're gonna reset the team this offseason. I think we're gonna keep Embiid because of the contract. Probably gonna keep Paul. Obviously, I think Maxi's our best player now.
Yeah.
I don't know if hopefully Embiid can get back to healthy, but it kind of frustrates me one because he did play in the Olympics.
Yeah.
It just kind of felt like it was almost a selfish because he should have played for his home country.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know how he ended up playing for the U.S. And he was a starter too, so he didn't even have a great tournament. But anyways, yeah, I think this year is a scrap. Hopefully we get a good pick.
I think the reason he
I feel like it kind of also sucks because McCain was playing really good before he got injured too. I think we just have bad luck with injuries overall.
Yeah.
Then Maxey got injured too. Like Paul George is having his worst year of his career. You know, I always had I'm not gonna lie. When we first got Paul George, I was like watching videos of him talk and his podcast, and I honestly something was off. I don't think he wanted to go to Philly. He even mentioned that he wanted to stay. He wanted to play for the Clippers. Like he literally said that. Like he said he preferred Clippers because that's where he's from, and that's where he grew up, and that's where his house is. And I think he only came to us because we were going to give him the most money. I don't think he wants to be here.
Well,
So, and it's showing on his play. He's playing terrible. You know. What do you think? What do you think, Andrea? You're the NBA expert. You know everything about NBA. What do you think? Like, what's gonna happen this offseason?
I don't know. I really don't know how like Philly's like money looks like or whatever.
It's not looking
but,
good. We got no money. They might need some help from us.
But if I was like the GM, like I would be so pissed.
On
I really,
who? Whose fault is all this?
I mean, I really wouldn't be mad at Paul. He's probably not even playing good because he's probably like, we're not even going anywhere. So what am I playing for? Like, honestly, I would have that mentality. Like, what am I playing for? Like I don't really care for these fucking accolades. Like, I'm just trying to win a fucking chip. Like, you know, I'm already at that age where I don't give a fuck about defensive player of the year, offensive player, MVP. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I give a fuck about a fucking championship ring. That's what I want. That's what I came here for because I was not guaranteed, but, you know, kind of like, you know, promised kind of something here, you know, and it's just kind of all falling apart. I don't really blame it on Paul George there. It's his first year.
I don't think anyone really. I don't think you should put the blame on anyone. If you're the GM, I think
It's just
it might be the GM's fault. I don't think Paul George is the right fit, but you can't be mad that people are getting injured. Like,
I think
whose
Paul
fault is
George
it to get
is
injured?
A great
You know,
fit. I think he's a great fit. I don't see why he wouldn't be a great fit. You guys had Maxey as a great point guard.
he's having a terrible year. Why is he having a terrible year? He's been healthy all year.
Maxey?
George.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's probably just like, what am I playing for? Like, Embiid, there's no fucking center help. Like, he's probably still trying to find chemistry with the team, but there probably isn't any chemistry because everyone's fucking mad all the time because they're losing. Like, it's just not a fun environment to be at. Like, I don't know if you've ever played tournament baseball, but when you play tournament baseball and you lose back to back to back, your team chemistry is not fun. Everybody's mad in the dugout. Everyone's throwing the helmet. It's kind of the same shit. Like, why are you gonna be happy? Like, you have nothing to play for. You're not gonna go anywhere. So what does it matter if he's having a bad year? We're not gonna go anywhere anyways. So it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, I think our best chance at winning a ring. I don't know if you agree. I think it was with Ben Simmons when Ben Simmons was Ben Simmons, like an All-Pro, All-Star. We had Jimmy Butler too. Like, that was our best chance because Joel Embiid was still young. Like, I think people forget, like, because that's when I first kind of became a Sixers fan and like we first met and stuff. Mm-hmm. When Ben Simmons was Ben Simmons, our team was good, man. Ben Simmons was good. That's why it's so crazy, like how
the fall off is crazy.
Because
it should really be studied.
Dude, he was a great defender, good playmaker. He was our point guard at 6'11".
Yeah.
But that's the past. Jimmy Butler's now with the Warriors. Ben's with the Nets, I think, still, right? I don't know. I think the NBA, this is a bigger conversation, but the NBA has been losing ratings. And I was just watching this game, and I can see why, you know? I don't see effort. I don't see physicality. I just see a bunch of teams chucking up threes. The defense sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I just am I just hating? Am I hating because am I just salty because my team's bad? Or I feel like
no, it is fucking boring.
I just feel like the NBA sucks
it's
right
so
now. It's in a bad
soft.
spot right now. You got LeBron's about to retire. Who knows how long Curry's got left in him. KD is always wanting to switch teams. That dude switches teams like. I'm trying to think of an analogy. Anyways, what do you think?
Yeah, That dude be switching teams as much as you switch your underwears in a week.
That was.
You switch your
Bro,
underwear
I was
what?
trying hard to think of a cool
Like 8 times
analogy.
a week, 10 times a
How do
week.
you know how much times I switch my underwear?
I don't know. I'm just saying off me. I switch my underwear like twice a day. So like
Twice a
two,
day.
4, 6.
Oh, yeah, me too. That's yeah, because after you shower.
Yeah.
So, anyways, basically, I need a sport. I need a new second sport. I think I low key think basketball is like getting. I'm gonna kick it down to 3 in my rankings. Football, nothing will ever beat football. I need a sport that goes on when football's not around. Because I'm low key. My interest in basketball is just the only reason I watched it today was because there's nothing else on. But here are my possibilities for my second sport. UFC, but the problem with UFC is like I can't spend all that money, and UFC is like rarely on. Like big fights is like 3-4 times a year,
I was gonna tell you.
so it's
that.
hard, and I just can't get into UFC like that. MLB, the problem with MLB is there's too many games. They're so fucking long, and I don't really have a team like a diehard team, but that's an option. Soccer, but it's not really played on TV. And I only really watch it when like the big like country
World
tournaments,
Cup.
World Cups and
Yeah.
shit.
Euro Cup.
Hockey. I could get into hockey.
I don't like hockey.
Is there any other sport I'm missing that I could really get into other than football?
Cricket, tennis,
Cricket?
golf.
Cricket and tennis and golf. What?
I'm just naming sports here. Swimming, NASCAR.
Okay, we need to be realistic here. Like,
Okay, I'm just naming sports, bruh.
You think I'm gonna sit down?
Goddamn.
Hey, babe, I'm gonna go sit down with my boys and watch some NASCAR.
Shit, I don't fucking know. You're from Iowa. You're weird.
I'm from Iowa. You're from Iowa.
No, I'm not. I'm from
You're
San
born
Diego.
somewhere else, but you're from Iowa.
I'm from San Diego. I grew up there. I was there for 10 years of my life.
What's your rankings?
Oh shit.
Obviously,
Number
baseball.
one. Can
I don't know why I answer for.
Damn,
I just asked you a question just from. I think I do that a lot, huh? I ask you a question just to answer it. I need to do some thinking.
My number one is
baseball.
Okay.
Oh, I did it again.
Chill.
I didn't mean to.
It's baseball. Nothing will ever beat it. I just love it so much.
Are you gonna get the show?
I haven't
the
really.
cover looks badass.
I know. I just haven't really had time to play video games. I don't really want to invest too much. You know. Maybe
I think we need
we'll see.
They're
Maybe
too expensive.
Maybe after the challenge, we'll see how I feel.
Oh, maybe I'll get you that for like a reward for
the challenge. Yeah,
the
there
challenge.
you go. A treat. Just like,
And then inside there's not the disc. It's like a Snickers bar.
Oh,
Like I tricked you. I just got an empty case.
No. Yeah, baseball number one. It's not just because like the game. Like sometimes, yeah, the games are long and stuff, but I think it means more to me than other sports. I just grew up watching it. I love playing it. I love my team, diehard fan, Padres fan. I love my team no matter what. And I just love it so much. I don't know. It's so good. Right now, I think it's because also our team right now is in like big rivalry with the Dodgers, and like just the drama between those two teams is so good. You know what I mean? Like it's so interesting, you know, and I love it. And we both teams got good ass players, so it's just like really good stuff right there. And number two would be football. I love football too. You know, Chargers, Chiefs, all that is really good. And then probably number three would be for me, maybe like
NBA.
Usually I would say NBA, but I have not even watched this. Like I just watch like TikTok and like whatever like drama happens, like I see a clip of it, but I have not. I don't know who's the best team right now. I don't know
Might be
nothing.
UFC then for you.
It might be like, but the thing about UFC though is that number one, the fights be so fucking late, and most of the times it's on Saturdays, and I work on Sundays, so that shit kind of be annoying. Number
But
two,
why are the fights so goddamn late? And then
And there's sometimes they're short because they get knocked out so quick. It's like, what the fuck was this, bro? I just wasted my whole night waiting for this fight, and you got knocked out in 13 seconds,
no, well the thing is, yeah, 100%. There's
or they're rolling
the
around.
big fights that are in Vegas. There's like 30 fights before that, and then the main fight starts at like midnight,
Yeah.
11 o'clock, 11:30 midnight.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they go to other countries where there's a time change and it starts at like 11 a.m. And it's like, this just feels weird.
It's just like weird times. But like it is interesting and all
I
that.
think
And
I like to
also
build the
the
anticipation, you know?
yeah, the price is also kind of like annoying too. Like I wouldn't mind paying the price if it's a fight that I really want to see.
I think it's overpriced.
But I think it's overpriced too. But
80,
that's how,
90 bucks?
yeah. But that's how they have to make their money. So like
I would only spend that money if like we are going to get like a little party going with people.
yeah.
And like
Maybe like everyone pitch in a little bit too.
yeah. So, but 100%. That's the
Yeah.
reason I don't think the UFC could be number 2 for us.
Yeah, that shit sucks, bro. Like shit's annoying. Anyways, yeah, for me number 3 I think would have to be probably like low key like from the last year. I had a really enjoyed March Madness, honestly. I'm not going to lie.
It's coming up. March
It's
is
coming
here.
up. The only thing that I will say about March Madness is that I don't know much of the players. Like I don't know who's like, 5-star recruit and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like who's like really good. Like I just know like some of them, like the famous ones for men and women, but like I really don't know much. But I really just like it, college, like they play hard. It's better than the NBA because like they play hard as fuck. They're really trying to show out and show these, NBA teams that they're the next big thing. So yeah, I like that.
Because there's nothing like it. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no. Maybe soccer has it where it's like a 64 team tournament where small schools in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee or Iowa can play against big schools. And in Cinderella stories every year, there's always a crazy upset that no one sees coming. But I think a lot of the reason is the bracket. You fill out your bracket. Usually your work or you do tournament or
Yeah.
competitions where whoever gets the most correct. If you get, I don't think it's ever happened where someone's been perfect, but you can win like $100 billion.
Wow.
Like it's like a lottery thing. 'Cause
That's
it's
so hard to do. Yeah.
You gotta basically guess. How are you gonna predict a 1 seed losing to a 16 seed? And how do you know which? It's just so hard. It's like
feel like-
0.000 chance, 1 chance of.
I feel like the
Getting it
person
right,
who would
you
actually
know?
get it right would be like this person who's like, I just fill it out. I just guess the whole thing. Like, I actually don't know anything about baseball or like
I think
or
that's
basketball.
that's what I usually do. I don't.
Yeah.
I actually used to be into college basketball when I lived with my parents because my dad was really into it, and I was like a huge Kansas fan. But I just don't got the time.
Yeah.
To keep up with all these teams. The rankings are always changing. Who's the best
Yeah.
team?
Yeah.
But I love watching it too
Yeah.
because there's really nothing else on in March.
I love
baseball
watching,
starts
and I also
baseball starts in April. Yeah.
yeah, 24 days till baseball starts.
Damn, you
Yeah, I
already know
gotta
the
count down,
days.
yeah.
What are you more excited for, that or the trip?
Oh no, the trip for sure.
If you were to be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm probably
Baseball.
baseball starting. The trip's all right,
I'm gonna miss my brother's first baseball game. That sucks.
We're missing it
Yeah, but when we get back,
for high school.
no, for tournament. High school doesn't
It really-
start till May or something like that. Damn. Yeah. Anyways, March Madness, yeah, and also San Diego State has been like going into like the Final Four, like, and like the finals, like kind of like in the close to getting to the championship. They went to the championship that 1 year, so like I really like it because of that. I love San Diego State, and
I
then-
think
and
go
the
ahead.
women's too. I really like the women's. It's really interesting drama. Juju Watkins has been like crazy. I hope USC is really good, and also UConn, Paige Beckers and like Ozzy and all the other people there.
Yeah, 100%. I think a big reason though I don't like college is all the players coming and going. Like every few years there's a whole new roster.
Yeah.
And football, you know a lot of the players because they've been around forever. they're not moving to different leagues. But anyway, speaking of football, the combine has been going on. And,
Oh
and
yeah,
you've been keeping up with it. I've been keeping up with it. We got the 40-yard dash highlights are all in my
bruh. That one guy,
all in my feed. And what
Bond,
guy?
who said he was gonna beat Xavier Worthy's
Is that how he ran? Is that how he ran?
Bro, motherfucker said he was gonna beat his record, bro. And obviously Xavier Worthy, he got like a 4.22, 4.2, or whatever. And then this guy got like a 4.43 or something, or 4.5.
4.4 is still fast though.
It's still fast, but it's also like you cannot say.
I think it was a thing where like
you cannot say
he's from Texas. He played at Texas. Worthy played at Texas. It was like some friendly, like they were probably friends.
Friendly competition.
I didn't realize that at first. I thought he was like just actually like being serious. Like I'm gonna beat it.
No.
But he was. Yeah, I think he was probably friends with Worthy.
Yeah.
And he knew he wasn't gonna beat it.
No,
I don't know
know
if that'll ever be beat. But he should have got a little closer. If you're gonna
I was
say,
gonna say yeah.
Oh, I'll get a 4-1 maybe 4-2. You know, beat him. But he didn't even really get close to that. But you know how 0.2 of a second, that's like, ready? That's 0.2. Like, there's not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like a lot. Like, where they got 4.22, he got 4.4. But that's really, like, not that much difference.
That's a 20-second difference.
No, it's not.
0.20.
20 second?
4.22.
You said 20 seconds.
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
That's how long it took. That's how long it took for them for him to cross.
Well, isn't that seconds? Every number that changes.
4 is the second point.
Oh, so it was a 0.20. So it was like a millisecond.
No. He got Worthy
so
got
it was
4.22.
0.20 difference.
Not quite. It was like 0.18.
Oh, yeah.
But kind of, yeah, basically.
So what is it, a millisecond?
I think so. I think it's like a millisecond. But basically it's not that big of a difference. What would yours be, you think?
Ooh.
You could crack under 6, right?
Okay. So,
if you're really going your hardest.
Junior did a 40-yard dash
Junior?
at school, and he got like a set.
Oh, your cousin?
He said he got like a 6.4 or 6.5. So I think I could definitely crack under that. So I'm gonna say like
actually try it sometime.
I'm gonna say like a 5.8. I'd say a 5.8. 5.8.
The issue with us would be the start.
Oh yeah, because you have to like bend down.
You don't know how to not just the bending down, but like exploding. You have to explode.
Yeah.
And we're not athletes, and we're not used to like Alex will probably do better than us, and not me, but Alex will probably do better than you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would never. He would for sure do the best out of all of us. Probably.
What would be your competition? You know, like the disc throw where you spin around and throw the ball.
I would never do that.
What would be your competition?
No.
Long jump.
I wouldn't do any of that. I would play softball.
She said I'd be water boy.
No, I would play softball. I wouldn't play none of that.
They don't have softball in the Olympics.
Fuck.
Throw like track and field shit. Like
no, I don't want to do track and field.
Okay, answer the question. Damn.
I wouldn't do any of it. That's the problem.
You're like, is there an eating competition? Is that one of them?
That's not even funny, bruh. No, it's just like I just don't like track and field, bruh. I don't never liked it. I never probably will.
So yeah, anything crazy about So we got the draft coming up. There's been projections. You know, I'll say for the Chiefs, if they fucking don't draft a left tackle, but maybe if they don't draft a left tackle, maybe they have a free agent in mind that is going to be available. They probably I trust our GM, dude. He is such a fucking genius. It has to be either an offensive lineman or a receiver, but at the same time, maybe he knows something that I don't. We'll see. Maybe he drafts a defensive guy. Who do you think we need? And then who do you think the Chargers need? For
the Chiefs, in the first round, I'd definitely be looking between an O-lineman, interior O-line, maybe like a defensive player.
For us?
Or a receiver, yeah. One of those three.
Yeah.
I guess it depends what's on the board because, Obviously they're gonna have the first option, but just because they have that first option in
Bro,
mind doesn't mean that they're gonna get to him. Other teams could take. There's always a team that is expected to take a certain player, and they don't take that player. They take something else. They go a different direction.
we have the 31st pick.
I know, we were expected to get Malik Neighbors, but because we didn't have receiver, we didn't have Keenan Allen anymore. They were like, oh, they're definitely gonna go receiver, but we went O lineman because our GM and our coach value the protection of our quarterback.
Wait, looking back,
over.
do you think that was a good decision?
Oh yeah, we have a franchise left tackle for years to come. He's never gonna be on the market. After his rookie contract is over, he's gonna get that money. I'm fine with that.
Offensive linemen are definitely
Underrated.
underlooked at, and having a good offensive line is overlooked. Look at the Eagles right now.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted basically their whole offensive line. They
Mm-hmm.
they weren't free agents. They didn't. So who do you guys think you guys are gonna go for? You guys have the 18th pick or what?
We have the 22nd pick. I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Because we could definitely trade up. We could trade back. But I think if we stay the same, I think I could see a running back. I know a lot. I know you continue to tell me receiver, but I don't think we're going to go for a receiver in the first round. Only because I think we're going to go out in the market and pay for one. I don't think we're going to draft one.
I don't think you guys.
And we have McConkey, and he's for sure our one. He's our number one receiver.
I think a receiver is one of those positions where you can get a good receiver in any round.
Yeah.
You don't really need to get a receiver in the first, especially with McConkey. Like getting a good.
We got him in the second round.
Getting a good running back or offensive lineman 10 is harder than a receiver. There's a lot of good receivers in the draft.
Yeah. Yeah. So I could see us going for Wait, what did I say at first?
Running back.
A running back.
Genty.
I think I could see a running back. I'm gonna say just 3 positions because there's a bajillion positions that we definitely need help in, but I think top 3 would be running back, maybe another O lineman. But I think because we went last year with the O lineman in the first round, I don't think we're gonna go this year. But we do need more O line to beef it up, and maybe tight end. I know that they've been talking about it a lot, and the way our coach, he likes tight ends. So there's been, Tyler Warren or Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland is a Michigan player, so I could see why Coach Harbaugh.
What do you think about some of these top, which this is kind of normal now for top projected picks to not do the combine?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about that?
I fucking hate it. Okay, here's my thing. I love it and I hate it. I think it's fine because we know what Travis Hunter can do, right? We've seen it all year on tape. We don't need to see how fast he is. We already know he's fucking fast. All that shit. So I get sitting out, but I don't like when they sit out and then they go there. Why are you there?
I think Cam Ward and Shador both went and didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't like
Travis didn't go. Genty didn't go. We're all projected top picks.
Yeah.
But the Travis thing, I think he's a little different because he's proven. But I think as a fan, you want to see them there. Mm-hmm. You want to see their 40-yard dash. You want to see them running routes.
Yeah.
But also, he's proven everything. He shouldn't have to. Usually you go there to prove yourself to these scouts. So I get it, but in the fan perspective, you want to see everyone there.
Yeah.
Maybe the NFL will force them, if you want to get picked, you got to go in the combine.
Ooh, maybe.
But speaking of Travis Hunter, where do you think he'll go? And how will that look with him wanting to play both positions? Is that gonna make him drop down a few spots to a team that actually wants him to play both positions? Because it's just, if a team picks him high, are they really gonna be you can play both positions. Like you're gonna be worried about him getting hurt because there's more of a chance, way more, like double your chance of getting hurt by playing both positions.
Mm-hmm.
He's already a small, skinny guy. Like he's
Yeah, he's
small.
small.
He's probably like 160 around there, 170. And then going up against grown men versus college kids. Like
Right.
it's I'll be surprised if a team is like okay with that.
Yeah.
Unless maybe he like gets subbed out every now and then. Like I don't know how's that gonna look because I don't think it's ever happened.
Yeah.
And another thing, I don't know if you saw this, but there was a question of like, what do you think is harder? They were asking to Travis, what do you think is harder, what you do or what Shohei Ohtani does? And he said that what he does is harder than what Shohei has to do. Do you agree?
Okay, well, I'm going to start with your first part of your question, and it was, how high will he get picked? Well, the first pick is going to be the Tennessee Titans. And I know the Tennessee Titans have already disclosed that they are open to possibly trading, their first round pick. You know what I mean? So I think I could definitely see like New England trading up or something. But let's just say the Tennessee Titans draft him. I think that it would be like a split time kind of thing, or like they would have like like your main position is wide receiver.
Yeah.
We will allow you to play cornerback as well, but we're gonna limit the time as the cornerback, position, and just kind of see how you do from there.
Wait,
and then
you think they're gonna actually pick him?
the Tennessee,
I don't think they're gonna pick.
I'm just saying maybe. I don't think Tennessee's gonna pick him. I think they're gonna pick
Sorry, go ahead.
quarterback.
Yeah, because they already have the Jarius Sneed. They just got him, and then, or let's say receiver. They got don't they got Ridley, Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that receiver and corner is their biggest needs. I think they probably prefer offensive line and quarterback. But sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
I don't know. I heard that they're gonna give what's his face another year.
Will Levis?
Yeah, Will Levis another chance. But to be fair, like Will Levis is not in a great situation either. Like this team is not good. Like this team needs a lot of work still. But anyways, Browns. I don't think Browns would choose him either. Giants wouldn't choose him. Go down.
Wait, you don't think the Browns would get him?
No, I think Browns would go for an edge rusher. I think they would go for Abdul Carter. Or the Titans would go for Abdul Carter, and then the Browns would go for, I don't know.
So
I think Patriots could have a chance to land him.
But you also gotta think who's gonna allow him to play both sides. Like the Browns would the Browns would probably rather him play receiver because they have some good defensive cornerbacks.
I feel like the New England Patriots would allow that.
I guess we'll wait and see. What was my other question though?
And the Patriots need a cornerback too. And they need a receiver. So it's like kind of best of both worlds. I would see, like, if I was the Patriots or something like that, an organization where you need a receiver, but you also need a cornerback, I would just say fuck it. Let's risk it for the biscuit.
For the Patriots?
Let's do it. Like, let's draft this guy and let's split his time at first. And then we'll see how that goes. And if he's, if he's excelling, then we'll keep him. If he's doing bad at one position, then we're gonna cut him from that.
Okay. I don't think he's going to the Patriots.
They
just got a new coach. Forgot his name. But
Vrabel.
He's a conservative coach. And just the Patriots as
the Patriots as
an organization, they don't like to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing that. Well, the head coach has a lot to say about who they pick.
Yeah.
The GM makes the final call, but the head coach is a big part of it.
Yeah.
And then what was answer the last question?
What's harder, playing quarterback or receiver, or playing pitcher and hitter? And like being a good hitter. It's hard because like I've never like played football, so I like never had put myself in those shoes.
Bro, I feel like this is actually an easy answer.
But
Football.
okay,
Wait, football.
it's like hard to compare because they're two completely different. Like one is like extremely physical and one is like extremely mental. Like being able to get up there and hit a 98 mile per hour baseball and like hit it good
Mm-hmm.
is extremely hard, and be consistent home run hitter, and also be go out and pitch a 98 mile per hour baseball after you get done hitting one is so hard. So like
But
they're both so different to compare,
it's
but they're
definitely
both
different,
hard.
yeah.
They're both hard in their own
Well, we've
ways.
seen Shohei do it at the highest level. We haven't seen Hunter do it at the highest level yet. No
Yeah.
one's really ever done it
In
in
NFL,
football.
yeah.
And also, you know, in baseball,
But
you play both positions up until what, college, and then you start playing only pitcher. Like in high school, the pitcher's bat.
yeah, I think it just depends like how good of a bat you are. Like if you're good, hitter as a pitcher, then you're gonna continue doing that.
They're definitely both extremely hard. I think football, just the physicality of it is itself is extremely hard.
But we both know that if Shohei were to go to football, he wouldn't be able to do it, and if Travis Hunter were to go to
Yeah.
baseball, he wouldn't be able to do it. That's why they're both so good at what they're doing, because not everybody can do what they're doing.
I'm gonna say football.
And they're both completely hard in their own ways. So I'd say both.
You gotta answer.
No, I said that's my answer. Both.
You don't think one is harder?
I think they're both really hard. I don't think that personally I could do it. I don't think you could do it. Like I don't think
If Hunter,
most of the regular people in the world could do that.
well, yeah, obviously, we're
Obviously.
talking about the two of the most athletic men of, right now.
That's why I'm saying if
Okay.
Travis Hunter would go to baseball, I don't think he could do it. And if Otani were to go to
But
football,
we're
I don't
not
think he
talking
could
about
do
if they
it.
switch sports.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're
Sorry,
the
I'm
most
just-
athletic. So if they were to switch, because they're both so athletic, but they're so athletic in different ways. That's what I'm trying to get my point
Yeah,
across.
like if Travis actually does it, imagine him. Let's think of it. Let's think of a team here. Imagine him playing. Who's like one of the best cornerbacks right now?
Like Jair Alexander.
Really, you think
Cooper
he's one of the
Dish-
best?
I'm just naming some. Cooper DeJean. He had a pick six on y'all in the Super Bowl, bro. I know you ain't. Just make that
Yeah,
face,
but I'm
bro.
not putting Cooper DeJean in like the top 5 corners right now.
Okay, then you name the type 5 corners. Then the
Denzel
fuck?
Ward,
Who the fuck is that?
Derek Stingley, Pat Surtain. How do you not say PS2?
Oh yeah, PS2. How did you not say
I
it?
don't know.
You asked me, bro. The girl.
Let me just say that. Imagine him having to like go out and
Okay, let's
and,
do PS2. PS2.
and he has to run routes against PS2, and then he has to go back and cover. Well, the Browns don't really have a good receiver. That's the problem. I'm thinking of a team that has a good receiver and a good corner.
No, it would be fun for him because first he has to go and run against PS2, like PS2 covering him, and then he gets to probably go, and like.
You see what I'm
cover.
saying? Like
Yeah.
the Browns don't have like an elite. Maybe the Texans. He has to go run routes against Derek Stingley and then cover fucking Nico Collins.
and Stefan or something.
Like that shit's not easy.
Yeah.
But at the same, like Shohei, yeah, it's just different. It's just a lot. It's
Yeah.
really different. Those
It's
sports
really
are different.
yeah.
Basketball and football are easier to compare.
I would say physicality wise, definitely football, and then mentally wise, definitely baseball.
I'm only saying like I've done it in baseball. Not obviously not at the level that he's doing it, but I never once was like, fuck, I gotta pitch. I gotta pitch and hit, like, fuck, you know?
Yeah, but
Like-
it was never to that
Like in
level.
high school, that didn't bother me at all if
Well,
I
yeah,
had to
because
pitch,
you're
you
in
know?
fucking high school and you suck, bro. Oh,
You just hit
My bad.
you just hit a deep
nerve.
Yeah, you hit a nerve. But it's also, yeah, I can't speak to. I never played the MLB, so I don't know how different. It's probably more because you got to put yourself in that mindset of like. It's definitely mentally harder though, probably.
it's hard for both. So, yeah, I think both are really hard. But I think probably like slightly the NFL harder just because it hasn't been done before. So I'm gonna just say that for now.
Did Deion Sanders? He didn't play both, did he?
He played baseball.
But he didn't play offense and defense. I think he probably could have, but
no. He played defense.
So you think-
But he played baseball.
well, let's not get into that. We're already at an hour.
But what were What were we saying? Oh, I wanted to also. Oh, did any like special players stick out to you?
In the I haven't. I've only seen a little bit. I've only really seen the 40-yard dash,
Yeah.
but
I'm the caller right now, but I think the best QB out of that whole draft is gonna be Milroe out of Alabama. I think he's gonna be the best out of that whole group. There's just something about him that is very like I don't know. He looks very calm. Um I like his deep throw. He had a good throw, and I mean, he to me he's kind of like looks to me like a copy paste of like a Lamar Jackson type player. You know what I mean? Like, you
a
know,
lot bigger though.
physical. Yeah, he's a lot bigger. He's low key looks like DK Metcalf as like a quarterback. He's so buff and huge. I could see him at maybe number one and maybe number two. Low key underrated. I know Shador is like all hype, right? I think Shador like he looks good, but I think he's a little like overhyped. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna put him at top three, but at number two, I'm gonna put Jackson Dart at number two. Another guy that I think is like kind of underrated.
Where did he play at?
Ole Miss, but he transferred there.
Yeah, I think Shador is definitely overrated.
Yeah, I think Shador is overrated. But we'll see because he's probably gonna be drafted high. So he's probably gonna go to a shitty franchise. So usually when they go to shitty
Giants.
transfers, yeah, you kind of see like their true color show because you know they gotta make something out of nothing. So you
Yeah.
really see if this quarterback is the real deal. You know they're good quarterbacks elevate everyone around
Yeah.
them, whether they're a no name player or a name player. They will elevate them.
You still never know until. Yeah, I guess a lot of it
Yeah,
definitely depends on where they go and the situation that they're in,
yeah.
what kind of receivers. But any quarterback that gets drafted to the Giants, just having Malik Neighbors already there is a huge,
Oh yeah, huge
huge like.
help.
Usually when you go to a shitty team, you don't have anyone to throw to,
Yeah,
but you go to the Giants and
they have that
I
one
think they're
running
a
back
franchise
too.
that's never going to be good, unfortunately. But
The Giants?
yeah,
Didn't they win like
I'm saying
rings
right now,
already?
like in the
Oh,
like going forward, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens. We're gonna close this out. We're gonna close us out.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, share this with your friends, your family, your neighbors, your pets, all of the above, and tune in next week for another episode. See you guys. Peace.